atomic mass, we are supposed to discuss about the characteristics of the atom, with the help of which whom we can recognize the atom. Like we use just to write down the name of the name of the atom in the short form, we use the symbol. Now, in the same manner, we are supposed to discuss about that what is atomic mass. So today's topic is that atomic mass. As you know, atom is not visible to our naked eye. It's quite small, very small. So the units which we are generally using in our day-to-day life, the smallest unit is either in case of length it is centimeter, in case of weight it is gram. These are the smallest. Then we are using the bigger units like kg and so on we are using. But you know, atom which is not quite visible to our naked eye, so it becomes very difficult to find out the atomic mass by using all these, you can say, SI units. So it becomes very difficult for us to find out the exact mass of an atom. So the mass of an atom is not the exact one, it is compared relative atomic mass. It is not the actual, it is in comparison with some other elements, which was given by IUPAC. That for the comparison, we can take one isotope of carbon, that is called as C12. The carbon for which is being taken, the isotope which is to be taken for the reference is called as C12. So now what is C12? It's a carbon isotope whose atomic mass is taken as 12. So the atomic mass of carbon is to be taken as 12 units. Okay. So then what is a 1 unit mass? What is one atomic mass unit? As per the definition, atomic mass unit is defined as 1 by 12th of the mass of the atom of carbon C12 isotope. 1 by 12th of the mass of the atom of C12 isotope. So I must write it as per the definition. One atomic mass is 1 by 12th of C12. What is C12? C12 is isotope of carbon whose atomic mass is to be taken as 12 units. Okay, so the atomic mass of an element is defined as, now this is atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit is defined as 1 by 12th of the mass of C12. 1 by 12th of the mass of the C12. Right? Now, how can we define the atomic mass of an element? Atomic mass of an element is defined as average atomic mass of the atom of an element as compared with 1 by 12th of mass of carbon 12. In other words, I can also say that atomic mass of an element is defined as number of times an atom is heavier than 1 by 12th. An atom is heavier than 1 by 12th of C12. So, how atomic mass of an so what is one atomic mass unit? Atomic mass unit is defined as 1 by 12th of the mass of an atom of carbon 12, right? So we can say that 1 AMU is 1 by 12th of the C12. And what is C12? C12 is the isotope of carbon. Now we have to define atomic mass of rest of the elements with respect to this C12. So you can define it like average mass of an atom of an element as compared to 1 by 12 of the mass of carbon, or in simple words it can also be defined as number of times an atom is heavier than 1 by 12th of C12. 1 by 12th of the mass of C12. 1 by 12th of the mass of C12. Right? So, for example, if atomic mass of magnesium is 24, atomic mass of magnesium is 24. Now previously we used to write AMU, atomic mass unit, but now as per this IUPAC, they said that it is we can take it as unit only, U only. Okay, so if atomic mass of magnesium is 24U, what does it mean? It means it is 2 times. It means that magnesium is 2 times heavier than 1 by 12th of C12. It is 2 times heavier than 1 by 12th of C12. Because this mass has to be compared with the 1 by 12th of C12. So this is how we can say what is atomic mass unit. So what is atomic mass unit? It is 1 by 12th of, mass of atom of C12, mass of atom of C12, right? So we will go to the next topic. Our topic is, the next topic which we are going to discuss about is the molecule. What is the molecule? In chapter number 4, we have already discussed about that all the atoms want to be stable, right? Every atom try to be stable. And what is the criteria for being stable? The criteria for being stable is to have 8 electrons, and for hydrogen and lithium to have 2 electrons in its last shell. This is the criteria to be stable for an atom, to achieve the octet or to achieve the diatomic configuration, right? So that in the in the L shell, if in the we are having so many shells like K, L, M, if their K shell is the last shell, then those atoms can be stable by having 2 electrons in their last shell. But rest of the atom, those who are having more than K shell, L shell, M shell, and their M shell is the last shell or their L shell is the last shell, they should have 8 electrons in their last shell, right? Now, there are only few elements which are said to be as the noble gases, which are said to be as the inert gases. Now, these are also called as zero element gases. Now, what are those? Those are helium, neon,
Neon,
argon,
xenon,
xenon,
radon,
krypton, xenon, and radon. Krypton, xenon, and radon.
and radon.
These are the one whose last shell is
Survive.
complete, that is their last shell, their octet is complete. And for helium there are the 2 electrons,
ये अकेले रहते हैं ना?
right? Yes, these are the one who are to be said as stable. You can find out them in the atomic form, atomic level. They are they have the independent, their atoms have the independent existence. They don't require any other atom to be to stay independently. They can stay independently on their own. Why? Because they are stable. Why? Because their octet is complete, their last shell is complete, their valency is zero. Their valency is zero because they don't require, because their valency shell is complete. Now those, as per our chapter 4, those who are not having their last shell complete, what they tend to do, they tend to share the electron, they tend to lose the electron, they tend to gain the electron. All right, and once they tend to lose, gain or share, they will combine with some other element, or
They
the
either gain
atom
or lose
of
the
their
electron.
own, or they can combine with the atom of their own. They can in the same manner, so they form a molecule. Now what is a molecule? A molecule is the smallest particle of an element or a compound which exists independently. Atom may have or may not have independent existence. I have told you that those atoms, they may or they may not have the independent existence. For example, if they belong to the noble gases, then they will have the independent existence. But if they don't belong to the noble gases, they don't have the independent existence. Now, how they will be stable? They will be stable only by getting combined, with atoms of different element or atoms
Or
of same element.
they are same.
If once they combine with atom of different element or atom of same element, so that they can exist independently, at that time they are called as molecule. So that's why I said that molecule is the smallest particle, a group of two or more than two atoms. In other words, I can say molecule is a group of, it's a group of atoms. Molecule is a group of two or more than two atoms which are held together strongly by the attractive forces. Such an attractive forces are called, as I told you, that they will form the chemical bond. So what's a molecule? It is the group of an atom which is capable of independent existence. It can be a molecule. There are two types of molecule now. So molecule is the group of two or more than two atoms, right? So now molecule are of two types. Now what are uh, before I discuss about the types of molecule, let me discuss about that there are monoatomic molecule, there are diatomic molecule, there are triatomic
Triatomic,
molecule.
tetraatomic,
Yes.
and polyatomic.
Yeah. What's a molecule? I was discussing about a molecule is a group of two or more elements that are held together by the attractive forces. So we are having molecule of an element means where at one, two or more atom of same element exist, but they exist in the free state. Right, we are having monoatomic molecule, we are having diatomic molecule, we are having tri and tetra even, and so on, a polyatomic molecule also. when there when the atom exists alone, it can be called as atom as well as monoatomic molecule. For example, there are the noble gases whose atom can exist alone. They don't require anyone. So they can be called as noble gases like helium, neon, etc. which exist as a single atom. So their molecule are monoatomic. Their molecules are monoatomic because they are having the independent existence. They can exist in the atomic form. Second, we call about the diatomic molecule. Diatomic molecules are those where the two or a group of two atoms, a group of two atoms where there are the two atoms. It can be similar or it can be dissimilar. Sorry, right? Then there are triatomic molecule, right? Where there are three group of three atoms, right? There are polyatomic molecule where there are more than four atoms are combined to form a molecule. That atom is called as polyatomic, and the number of atom present in one molecule is called its atomicity. Is called its atomicity. Number of atoms present in a molecule is called its atomicity. Now, as I've told you, atoms are of two different types. One is molecule are of two different types: molecule of element and molecule of compound. What is the basic difference between the molecule of an element and molecule of a compound? If the atoms of same element combine together to form a molecule like H2, O2, N2, Cl2, etc. So they will be because here what they tend to do is they tend to share the electrons so as to be stable, and they form the group of two or more than two atoms. So they will be called as molecule. But molecule of what? Because they combined with the same atoms. They combined with the same atom of the same element. So they are called as molecule of the element. Atoms of same element or different element can join together to form the molecule. So we can say if the atoms of same element join together to form the molecule, so at that time it will be called as molecule of an element. And if the atoms of different element combine together, like HCl, hydrogen chloride, NO2, CO2, uh, H2SO4. So you can see that these are not atoms of same element. These are atoms of different element. So they have also now they are also, once they start sharing, donating, or to achieve the stability, so they will form the molecule. Now, once they form the molecule, what type of molecule they will be? They are called as molecule of a compound. They are called as molecule of a compound. So we are having molecule of an element and molecule of an compound. So in the molecule of an element, if the atom is capable of independent existence, then they will be called as monoatomic molecule. If the two atoms combine to form an molecule, then they will be called as, all these are diatomic molecule. If three atoms like O3, ozone, here what happened, three atoms combine to form ozone, so it will be called as triatomic molecule, right? P4, here four atoms of phosphorus combine to form a molecule, so it will be called as tetraatomic molecule, or it can also be called as polyatomic molecule. And the number of atoms which are present in the element, number of atoms present in one molecule of the element, number of atom present in one molecule of element, they represent their atomicity. So as there is the chart that is given on your screen, let us find out that what is the atomicity of monoatomic molecule. Naturally, there is one atom present in the molecule of argon, helium. So their atomicity is one. Their atomicity is one. In the same manner, the two atoms of oxygen get combined to form the molecule of an element. Now, atomicity of oxygen is 2. That's why it is called as diatomic molecule. Atomicity of hydrogen is also 2, nitrogen is 2, chlorine is 2, because two atoms combine to form molecule of an element. And this number of atom is called as atomicity. The number of atom present in the molecule of an element. Number of atom present in molecule of an element is called as atomicity. Next. Now, as I've told you, molecule of a compound is that where two or more than two atoms of different element combine, that will be called as molecule of a compound. For example, water, which is there on your screen, the two elements which are involved in the formation of water is hydrogen and oxygen. Now, how many atoms of hydrogen and how many atoms of oxygen will combine to form one molecule of water? It is two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So whatever you are seeing in their formula, like you see 2 and O2, O2 here, H2, S1, O4. These all represent the number of atom present in the molecule. For example, if I write H2SO4, so it means two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of sulfur, and four atoms of oxygen. When they will combine, they will form one molecule of H2SO4.